It was the winter of 1959 when a tragedy unfolded in the brutal cold of the Ural Mountains in Soviet Russia, forever etched in the annals of unsolved mysteries. 9 experienced hikers mysteriously perished under extraordinary circumstances, leaving behind questions that would haunt generations. What most astonished investigators was not just the tragic loss of life, but the inexplicable decisions made by the group in their final hours, decisions shrouded in fear and confusion. But nobody knew what really happened on that fateful night in February, when the Dyatlov Pass incident would rise from obscurity into an enduring enigma. Originating from a desire for adventure, Igor Dyatlov, a charismatic leader and seasoned mountaineer, organized the expedition. The purpose of the trek was not merely to conquer one of the most treacherous routes in the Soviet Union, but to attain ski certification for the group, an acknowledgement of their skills and determination. The young explorers, aged between 20 and 37, embarked on this journey full of excitement, unknowingly setting the stage for a mysterious catastrophe. The terrain was harsh, unforgiving, yet the spirit of camaraderie among the hikers fostered an unbreakable bond, a shared sense of purpose, and an undercurrent of ambition. As they ascended the frosty mountain trails and camped under the endless expanse of brilliant stars, conditions began to turn perilous. A relentless storm descended upon the group, burying their tents under thick blankets of snow. One by one, they faced struggles, hunger, fatigue, and an overwhelming sense of vulnerability. Confusion reigned supreme as nature unleashed its fury on the unsuspecting hikers, curtailing their hopes to return as heroes. But the event that would alter the course of the expedition emerged not merely from the physical environment around them, but from an unseen force that haunted their final moments. Their peak achievement, a moment of triumph atop the mountain, was shattered in an instant when something led them to cut their way out of their tent in sheer panic. What frightened them? The unanswered question remained lingering like a malevolent shadow, one that would lend an air of uncanny dread to the narrative. Ill-prepared to face the fierce Ural climate in such a state, the team scattered in multiple directions, desperately seeking refuge from the terror that chased them. The dramatic turning point came when search parties ventured into the wilderness days later, revealing an unexpected and grotesque scene. 6 of the bodies were discovered scattered across the snow, exhibiting inexplicable injuries, some with severe trauma akin to a car crash, which pointed to a violent force exceeding human capability. Others were found without their clothes, as if they had run into the frigid night under duress, all while the chilling temperature reached -30 degrees Celsius. As investigators sifted through the chilling remnants of their campsite, the clues that emerged only deepened the mystery surrounding their tragic end. The legacy of the Dyatlov Pass incident lives on, fueling theories ranging from the supernatural to government conspiracies. Some argue that the hikers' demise was the consequence of an avalanche, while others suggest secret military experiments or even extraterrestrial encounters. Each theory begs a deeper investigation into what endured beyond their death, a quest that continues to grip the imagination of countless enthusiasts and scholars alike. But why does this matter today? In a world fraught with mysteries and dangers of the unknown, the Dyatlov Pass serves as a reminder of our mortality, our fears, and the unforeseen phenomena that surround us. Today, the fascination with unsolved mysteries thrives, a cultural obsession reflecting our relentless pursuit of truth against the backdrop of uncertainty. Individuals yearn to unearth answers, to explore the depths of the human spirit, and to combat an encroaching darkness, as they contemplate the meaning of life and the shadows we carry with us. As we draw to a close, the unanswered questions of the Dyatlov Pass incident linger like ghosts whispering through the ages. What happened next shocked the world, as the legend of the Dyatlov Pass transformed from mere tragedy into a powerful testament to the enduring human quest for understanding. On that desolate mountain, among the biting winds and treacherous terrain, a story emerged. One of hope, despair, and an unquenchable thirst to confront the dark unknown. The haunting echoes of those 9 brave souls still beckon us as we seek answers to their ultimate fate, urging each of us to confront our fears and to explore the shadows that loom just beyond the light. As the world turned a blind eye to the incident in 1959, amateur sleuths, armchair detectives, and even students began to draw upon every flimsy piece of evidence to unveil what truly happened in the desolate stretches of the Ural Mountains. Scholars debated the findings, while conspiracy theorists devised elaborate narratives intertwining political machinations, secret military operations, and even theories of otherworldly beings. With each passing decade, new evidence or interpretations emerged, igniting a flame of interest that refused to be extinguished. The Dyatlov Pass incident had transformed from a fading chapter of a forgotten history into an exploration of human vulnerability in the face of nature's wrath and the enigmatic complexities that lay within the human experience itself. Adding to the intrigue, the Soviet government maintained an air of secrecy surrounding the incident. When reporters sought access to the truth, many found their inquiries met with stonewalling tactics and vague denials, deepening the sense of an overarching cover-up. Why would a government appear so adamant about shrouding the events in silence? Such evasiveness only gave life to speculation, leading the public to wonder, what were they trying to hide? Among the theories that emerged, one loomed larger than the others: the notion that the Dyatlov Party had stumbled upon a secret military test involving parachute mines or other advanced weaponry. Reports circulated that similar tests had taken place in the region around the same time, suggesting a connection between the military's activities and the eerie circumstances surrounding the hikers' deaths. Eyewitness accounts of odd light displays in the sky during that time fueled these theories, casting an even more ominous cloud over their fate. Were they victims of a government experiment gone awry? Could the fears building within them lead to their ultimate demise? The story darkened with each passing year. Those who ventured into Dyatlov Pass found themselves entangled in the chilling legacy of that day, drawn to uncover the truth while respecting the spirits of the departed. Yet despite the deluge of theories and speculation, one certainty remained: the actual truth of what happened that February night will forever elude us. In time, investigation efforts by dedicated enthusiasts began to emerge with the fervor reminiscent of the original expedition. Among these was an amateur explorer named Andrei, whose obsession with unraveling the mystery took root after discovering the story during a circadian documentary on the Dyatlov Pass incident. He would dedicate years of his life to deciphering the clues left behind, a man determined to shine a light on an event that had long remained in shadows. In his quest, he meticulously studied photographs, agency reports, and the testimonies of those who knew the hikers, striving against the currents of time to piece together their fractured narrative. But while Andrei's heart was noble, his journey proved nearly as perilous as that of the original hikers. Rife with obstacles, emotional strain, and encounters with skeptics, Andrei's exploration led him up the unforgiving mountainside. Through the dense snow and biting winds, he often felt haunted, both by the echoes of past footsteps and the ghosts of choices made in fear. It seemed almost as if the spirit of the Dyatlov expedition still lingered in the icy air, urging him forth toward both discovery and uncertainty. Andrei's travels brought him into contact with locals who spoke hushed words about the night of the tragedy, some claiming that the very mountains were cursed. Their stories often included strange sightings and whispers of a mysterious figure seen in the distance during the same hours that the hikers faced their final moments. They were never alone, one elder warned as he pointed toward the darkened horizon, his voice quivering with the conviction of a seasoned storyteller. The mountains themselves speak, but few are left to understand their language. Andrei found solace in these tales, seeing them as pieces of an echoing puzzle. Perhaps they contained the fragments of what had happened that night, and perhaps they would answer the questions that had kept the world enraptured. As he ventured deeper into the heart of the mystery, Andrei recalled pivotal details that contradicted popular theories. While some insisted on an avalanche as the cause of death, Andrei felt there remained too many inconsistencies with the timeline and witness accounts. For instance, there were no signs of an avalanche on the track leading up to the campsite. Additionally, those who were found seemed to have sustained bizarre injuries, a scenario far more contingent upon a violent event of another nature. For every answer he uncovered, more questions seemed to materialize, wrapping Andrei in a web of complexity that only deepened his determination. Driven by his vision, appreciation for the hikers, and dedication to the truth, Andrei began to document his findings, filming interviews with locals, gathering statements from experts, and even delving into archives. Yet each video transcribed a haunting truth. The closer he got to understanding the Dyatlov Pass incident, the further he felt from grasping it entirely. Eventually, Andrei set out to retrace the original hiker's steps, embarking on a chilling expedition